The only country in the world where surviving beyond 100 is practically commonplace is Japan. The number of Japanese people above 100 is currently over 92,000. In contrast, many people in the West are already dealing with heart disease, dementia, or needing medications to get through the day by the age of 70. The question is clear: what distinguishes them? The trillion-dollar health business doesn't want you to hear it, but I'll give you the truth anyhow. Being a brain doctor, I have personally witnessed what occurs when seniors take the incorrect route, and I almost experienced it myself. One morning I passed out in my own office. My vision had become blurry, my blood pressure had risen, and I knew I was on the same path as my patients. I started asking tough questions at that point, and I'm still incensed about what I discovered. Behind the scenes, a worldwide profit engine is distributing highly processed, high-sugar and high-salt foods all across the world. I've been on their PR list, so I know this. Their offers have landed on my desk. I was asked to certify that their heart-healthy products were safe for elders like you as part of sponsorship arrangements costing more than my entire annual income. They wished me to remain silent. However, I must tell you all the truth about what I saw in the operating room and what almost happened to me, and I'm going to make them public today. Japanese physicians advise eating these 6 items every day if you want to live to be 100 years old. Each ranking is more startling than the last, going from number 6 to number 1, and you'll see why I put my reputation at stake by declining those sponsorship offers when you hear number 3. The description below includes links to each and every reference. However, before we get started, tell me how old you are. Your story matters, and we respond to each and every one. Without further ado, let's begin with the 6th item on the list. And although it might appear to be just a strip of seaweed, it contains the key to a healthy thyroid, improved digestion, and a longer lifespan. Seaweed is number 6. Despite its very straightforward appearance, seaweed is a daily mainstay for Japanese elderly and has remarkable health advantages. This sea vegetable is rich in fiber, calcium, magnesium, iodine, and special substances called phytoestrogens that boost immunity and reduce inflammation. Because seaweed contains a lot of iodine, which the thyroid gland needs to control energy and metabolism, Japanese seniors actually have some of the lowest incidences of thyroid disease in the world. It is supported by science. According to a study on marine medications, fucoidan, a substance found in brown seaweed, benefited older persons' immune systems and reduced inflammation. Japanese people who regularly consumed seaweed had considerably lower blood pressure than those who did not, according to another study published in the Journal of Nutrition. Additionally, one of the most crucial things for preventing strokes, a major cause of disability among the elderly globally, is blood pressure regulation. Meet 74-year-old Yoko. She grew up eating wakame and miso soup every morning, but she became lethargic after moving to Tokyo to live with her daughter. Within a few months, she became aware of her energy levels declining, her blood pressure gradually rising, and even her digestion becoming erratic. Her doctor gently urged her to return to her seaweed during a routine exam. Yoko began incorporating wakame into her soups, kelp into her stews, and tiny pieces of nori into her rice. Her blood pressure returned to normal, her digestion improved, and she reported feeling more like herself in a few weeks. What's going on inside your body is shown here. Seaweed's fiber helps your gut's beneficial bacteria, which boosts immunity and facilitates better digestion. Your bones and muscles are protected by calcium and magnesium, which lowers your risk of fractures and falls. Your thyroid, which regulates your metabolism and energy levels, is fueled by iodine. Additionally, seaweed's antioxidants combat oxidative stress, which hastens cell aging. Without understanding their thyroid is slowing down, seniors who avoid iodine-rich meals frequently experience weariness, weight gain, and mental fog. That decrease is halted by seaweed. The answer is straightforward. Use kelp in broths, add a sheet of nori to your lunch, or add dried wakame to soups. You only need a tiny amount each day to maintain good circulation, digestion, and vitality well into your 70s and beyond. Despite seaweed's strength, the next food is even more unexpected. This simple dish, which is consumed on a daily basis in Japan, is so full of probiotics and enzymes that it can practically change longevity, immunity, and gut health from the inside out. One of the most popular foods in Japan is tofu, which many elderly people who live well into their 90s and 100s eat every day. It could appear simple at first, like a soft block of soybeans that have been shaped. However, it has a wealth of calcium, magnesium, plant-based protein, and natural phytoestrogens that mimic some of the beneficial benefits of estrogen in the body. This is crucial for older adults, particularly women who have gone through menopause, as estrogen deficiency speeds up bone loss, muscle weakness, and even memory loss. Part of that gap is automatically filled by tofu. People who consumed soy foods such as tofu at least once a week had a 13% lower risk of heart disease than those who ate them infrequently, according to a study that followed over 200,000 participants and was published in Circulation. Consider Hiroshi, who is 68. He had always consumed a lot of meat, but his doctor advised him to switch up his diet to include more tofu following a slight heart scare. Hiroshi first chuckled. Tofu, in his opinion, lacked taste. However, his wife cooked it in stir-fries, soups, and even on a barbecue with ginger and soy sauce. Within months, Hiroshi observed that his cholesterol had decreased, his digestion had improved, and he felt lighter. The dish that offered him a second chance at health was something he had previously written off as uninteresting. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle that robs people of their independence after the age of 60, is slowed down and repaired by the protein in tofu. By keeping bones strong and thick, calcium and magnesium help prevent fractures. The phytoestrogens improve both men's and women's brain health and lessen hot flashes in women by subtly balancing hormones. Additionally, soy protein's ability to decrease cholesterol maintains blood flow and artery flexibility. Elderly people frequently dismiss memory loss, stiffness, or increasing tiredness as the result of aging, but in reality their diet is depriving them of vital nutrients. Tofu fills that void. The answer is straightforward. Incorporate tofu into salads, stir-fries, stews, and soups a few times a week. For pan-searing or grilling, use firm tofu. For soups or smoothies, use soft tofu. Not only is it nutritious, but it tastes great with the correct seasonings. In ways that most seniors never anticipate, tofu protects bones, arteries, and even hormones in addition to adding protein, which is why it deserves a spot on our list. Much though tofu is a powerful cuisine, the next dish is much more amazing. It is strong, fermented, and shocking to many people who have never eaten it before. However, research indicates that it can reduce the risk of stroke more effectively than any other food, and Japanese physicians refer to it as a miracle food for heart and circulation health. Hit the like button and subscribe now before we go any farther. Don't pass up the next life-altering advice. Fourth on the list are sweet potatoes, particularly the purple Okinawan type. In Japan, sweet potatoes are not simply a comfort food, they are essential for long life. Nearly 70% of the traditional diet in Okinawa, the area with the largest number of elderly citizens worldwide, consists of purple sweet potatoes. Indeed, this modest root provides 7 out of 10 calories for many elderly people, and it's evident. On the planet, Okinawans enjoy some of the lowest incidences of cancer, dementia, and heart disease. Vitamins A, C, potassium, fiber, and complex carbs are all abundant in sweet potatoes. It's enhanced by the Okinawan purple variety. The antioxidants in blueberries known as anthocyanins are present in even greater concentrations. According to a study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, purple sweet potatoes' anthocyanins enhanced blood vessel health and decreased inflammation, 2 factors that are essential for preventing strokes in the elderly. Meet 82-year-old Okinawan Emiko. She drank green tea and steamed purple sweet potatoes for morning for decades. She consumed more bread, noodles, and pork when she traveled to Tokyo to see her grandchildren. Within a year, she felt aged for the first time, her digestion slowed, and her energy levels fell. She claimed that when she got home and resumed her sweet potato regimen, she felt as though a fog had lifted. Her bowel movements were regular, she had more energy again, and she even began to walk farther each day without feeling tired. Sweet potato fiber slows down digestion, minimizing blood sugar crashes that lead to cravings and exhaustion. By relaxing blood arteries, potassium lowers blood pressure and safeguards the heart. The purple Okinawan variety's anthocyanins protect your brain cells and arteries by lowering inflammation and oxidative stress. Because refined carbohydrates like white bread and rice cause blood sugar to rise and crash, seniors who consume them frequently feel lethargic and weak. On the contrary, sweet potatoes provide your body with consistent energy for hours on end. It's easy to fix. Use sweet potatoes in place of some of the carbohydrate you consume each day. They can be mashed, baked, or steamed. Even better are purple Okinawan sweet potatoes, which give your heart and brain an additional layer of defense. Even the orange types that are frequently found in supermarkets are effective anti-aging agents. As demonstrated by the Okinawans, who outlive practically everyone else on the planet in terms of longevity and health, sweet potatoes rank number 4 because they are more than just food. You might be even more surprised by the following item on the list, though. It is a fermented food, not a root or vegetable, and is frequently seen by strangers as odd or odorous. However, Japanese physicians describe it as a natural blood thinner that is more effective than many medications at preventing heart attacks and strokes. Shiitake mushrooms come in at number 3. In addition to their rich umami flavor, shiitake mushrooms are a staple in Japan because of their amazing therapeutic qualities. Beta-glucans, arytenoidine, and lanthanum nutrition are substances found in these mushrooms that lower cholesterol, increase immunity, and even strengthen anti-cancer defenses. Shiitakes are a natural pharmacy that is hiding in plain sight for elders over 60. It's amazing science. According to a research in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition, individuals who consumed shiitake mushrooms on a regular basis showed decreased inflammation and higher immune responses than those who did not. Meet 70-year-old Kenji. He largely disregarded mushrooms for years, viewing them as a side dish. However, following a weakening episode of pneumonia, his physician recommended include shiitakes and other mushrooms into his diet. Kenji started consuming them in stir-fries and miso soup. He experienced changes in his cholesterol readings, increased energy, and fewer colds in a matter of months. He claimed that for the first time he felt protected. He became incredibly resilient to illness after making what appeared to be a minor dietary adjustment. What's going on inside your body is shown here. As immune function deteriorates with age, shiitake's beta-glucans boost immunological cells, increasing their reactivity to pathogens. Arytenoidine keeps arteries flexible and reduces the risk of heart disease by assisting in the removal of cholesterol from the blood. By enhancing immune surveillance, lentinin aids the body in identifying and eliminating aberrant cells before they pose a threat. Shiitake mushrooms can aid seniors who don't eat immune-boosting foods, often feel more tired all the time, heal more slowly, and get infections more often. Several times a week, try adding dried or fresh shiitake mushrooms to stir-fries, soups, or broths. Their components fortify your body from the inside out, and their flavor enhances food. Shiitake mushrooms are ranked number 3 because they are more than just food. They are also a natural remedy that supports longevity, heart health, and immunity. Despite shiitake's potency, the next item is even more startling. Many people outside of Japan find it odd, even off-putting, because it's fermented and sticky. However, Japanese physicians refer to it as a miracle food for circulation, and research indicates that it can reduce the risk of stroke in older adults more effectively than anything else. Mackerel comes in second. Although mackerel is one of the most popular fish in Japan, it is frequently disregarded in favor of salmon or tuna in the West. The startling reality is that mackerel might be one of the foods that promote longevity the greatest. Omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, selenium, and premium protein are all abundant in it. Seniors benefit greatly from those nutrients, which act as a barrier to protect the heart, power the brain, and reduce inflammation, which is the primary cause of disease. Seniors who ate fatty fish, such as mackerel, at least twice a week had a 35% lower chance of dying from heart disease than those who ate it infrequently, according to a significant study published in the Journal of Internal Medicine. A 2.2-year increase in life expectancy was associated with increased omega-3 levels, according to another study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Eating fish is akin to adding years of robust, healthy living, meets 73-year-old Satoshi. His doctor advised him to include more fish following a slight stroke, even though he used to like red meat, including beef bowls and pig cutlets. Satoshi resorted to grilled mackerel because it was cheap and simple to cook. His memory improved, his blood pressure stabilized, and he reported decreased pain in his joints in a matter of months. His family observed that he was happier and had more energy. His health and sense of optimism were completely changed by what appeared to be a straightforward switch from beef to fish. Mackerel's omega-3 fatty acids lower blood pressure and prevent heart attacks by reducing artery inflammation. Additionally, they maintain brain cell flexibility, which enhances memory and reduces the chance of dementia. While selenium functions as an antioxidant to prevent cell aging, vitamin D fortifies bones and immunity. Unaware that their diet is hastening the process, seniors who avoid fish frequently have quiet inflammation, tight arteries, brittle bones, and even memory loss. Mackerel immediately negates those impacts. Eat mackerel broiled, grilled, or cooked with vegetables 2 or 3 times a week. If at all feasible, choose fresh or canned types that are packaged in water. You're not only consuming a meal with each serving, you're also strengthening your defenses against some of the leading causes of death in old age. Mackerel is ranked number 2 because it is one of the best defenses against frailty, cognitive loss, and heart disease for seniors. Despite mackerel's strength, the dish at the top of this list is even more remarkable. It's fermented, sticky, and unusual to those outside of Japan. However, research indicates that it can reduce the chance of fatal strokes and maintain blood flow like virtually nothing else on the planet, which is why Japanese physicians swear by it. Miso soup is number 1. Although miso soup may appear to be a simple bowl of broth, it is a daily ritual in Japan, and with good cause. Together with protein and a variety of minerals, this fermented soybean paste and dashi broth protects digestion, boosts immunity, and promotes circulation. Miso soup is much more than just comfort food for elders. Eating it every morning, year after year, is like taking medication in a bowl, fostering resilience that lasts a lifetime. Regular consumption of miso reduced the incidence of stroke in Japanese women by 20%, according to a study published in the British Journal of Nutrition. This was because miso contains fermentation agents that increase blood flow, meets 76-year-old Akiko. Growing up, she began each day with a little bowl of miso soup, but when she moved to the city to live with her daughter, she gave up the routine and started drinking coffee and toast instead. She began to experience lethargy, bloating, and inconsistent digestion within months. She was advised by her physician to resume eating miso soup. Akiko's energy restored, her bowels returned to normal, and she felt lighter in a matter of weeks. "I feel like I came home to myself again," she said to her daughter. Not only was that little bowl of fermented broth customary, but it was also essential to her health. Your immune system is strengthened and digestion is improved when the probiotics in miso replenish your stomach with beneficial bacteria. Soy's isoflavones slow osteoporosis and decrease cholesterol, protecting the heart and bones. Natural substances produced during the fermentation process relax blood arteries and lower the risk of stroke. Additionally, the soup's inherent warmth aids in digestion, circulation, and hydration. Vital for elderly people who frequently neglect to consume adequate water. This daily dose of fermented medicine may be missed by seniors who write off weariness, mental fog, or poor digestion as just aging. As the Japanese do, begin your day. Over time, the probiotics, protein, and minerals in a modest bowl of miso soup function subtly but effectively with rice, fish, or vegetables. Let your body absorb the benefits of one of the oldest longevity meals in the world by using traditional miso paste, adding tofu, seaweed, or shiitake mushrooms. Miso soup takes the top rank because it's more than just food. It's a health ritual that shields the body and mind for decades, which explains why so many Japanese seniors gracefully and stoutly live to be 100. That's it. Japanese physicians think you can live to be 100 by eating these 6 items every day. Seaweed's iodine and antioxidants, tofu's hormone-balancing proteins, sweet potatoes' consistent energy, Shiitake mushrooms' ability to support the immune system, Mackerel's artery-protecting omega-3 fatty acids, and Miso Soup's ability to heal the gut and increase circulation. These mysteries are not unusual. They are straightforward, easily obtainable foods that are consistently and respectfully consumed. The distinction is obvious. Seniors in the West are advised to rely on processed convenience foods and medications. Elderly people in Japan employ these natural essentials, and as a result, they live longer, healthier, and more lucid lives. The decision is straightforward. You have it on your plate. Your future is either being built or stolen with each meal. Think about whether you're giving your body the fuel it needs to reach 100, or if you're unconsciously shortening your years the next time you reach for food. Because it is evident from science that longevity is not a result of chance. Like the Japanese elders who live to be 200 years old, it is the result of daily decisions made over the course of a lifetime. The description below includes links to all of the references so you may verify the science for yourself. Tell us where you're watching from today before you go. Because you are a part of this journey and your experience counts, we read and respond to every single remark. Remember to subscribe for more life-saving health advice, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to know this reality. Because every decision matters after the age of 60, and making the proper decisions can help you reach your 100th birthday. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to share your own stories as well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for